Why, hello, and welcome to the 8th annual New Year's Eve resolution video. Even though it's in the spirit of full disclosure, this is January 1st, 2020, the beginning of a new decade. But I started calling these the New Year's Eve resolutions when I started making them on New Year's Eve down in Rosie Square. But I've gotten lazy the last couple of years and I've just did them in the intimate confines of my bedroom. It's a lot easier and whatever. So that's why I've kind of kept up this tradition, just doing it in my bedroom the day of New Year's Eve, New Year's Day rather than New Year's Eve. But anyway, so that's a great beginning to this video. So like I say, I do these every year, and I kind of recap the year. I watched last year's before I started making this one. And it was just horrible, as evidenced by the 10 views it got on YouTube. My God, that's just pathetic. As you can see, I really did a lot with my hair today, but I'll just have to roll with it. Well, let's get right into it because I don't have much space on this video machine here. I started doing these back in 2013, shortly after I got my first camera, and the first video I ever made was, talking about how I stopped drinking, and that got a lot of attention on Facebook, and since then. Tumbleweed, but that's okay. Again, the ultimate goal of all of these each year is to kind of give a sense of what each year was all about, which I failed to do last year, so let's get to that. And then, like I say, 50 years from now, when I'm gone, and this kind of can just watch all the videos from year to year to year to see how I really matured and how the hair really just took off. Got a flock of seagulls thing going today. But all right, so this was, of course, the year of I'm just falling asleep. This is the year of COVID, of course. The craziest 2019, the craziest year of my lifetime. But to be honest, in my case, my life really didn't change too much, other than having to wear a mask every day. Um, Luckily for me, work was extremely consistent. I actually worked a lot more this year due to the COVID. I got a lot more overtime, and the stimulus checks and whatnot, and that was helpful. And um, you know. The rest of everything that happens, it's just insane, with all the deaths, and just the way the country was divided, and between the Trumps and the non-Trumpets, and all that insanity. Trump lost, and hopefully now everybody can unite as one and sing in perfect harmony, which will never happen, and it's never happened in my life. It never will be. But, I'm just glad that it looks like with this vaccine coming this year that we can kind of get a handle on this, and kind of get some clarity in government and some consistency, and get this kind of this madness straightened up once and for all. I mean, just what a nightmare, I was looking at some stats the other day at 1 out of every 1,000 people have died from it, which in America, which is just insane when you think about it. But a lot of people keep insisting that it's a hoax, and the numbers are inflated. But I don't know. It seems to be pretty clear cut, and pretty gruesome to me. So whatever. We'll just have to hope that this year that things get back to whatever normal is. But okay, so that was my summation of COVID. very very clear there. And like I said, I hope everything gets straightened out with that this year. As far as everything else, of course, I can't end this without saying how grateful I am to the beautiful, awesome girlfriend I have, Allison, and a great family, starting with my mother, my brother, my sister, and all the hangers-on in between. The few friends that I have, and my coworkers, and I'm just grateful for where my life is at right now. And I when things start going south, which they ever always do, life is a roller coaster, and at some point things won't always be going great. But I just want to be grateful that when things do tend to hit that downward slide, that I appreciate all the good things that did happen, and every day be grateful for that. So when things do happen that aren't so great, I can say, you know what, I had things going really great for a while. So just a lot of people, when things are going great, they aren't cognizant of thanking God or whatever they believe in for those good times. But boy, will they just let go and release their anger when things start going south. So I don't want to be that way. And hopefully, when that if and when that downward cycle hits, I appreciate everything that I have had, and that I keep asking for help every day. Ask for help from the man upstairs, and he won't let you down. Um, so we're up to 6 minutes now. I think I'm about to run out of time on this cheap Android phone. And this is not the droid that I'm looking for, by the way. Star Wars joke. Again, 2020, a terrible year in sports. God, everybody. Tom Brady left. Gordon Hayward. Chara last night. Everybody's abandoning the city of champions. I don't know, man. This city is turning into like Cleveland or Buffalo, and even they're starting to win now. So, again, back to like my previous point about life being ups and downs. Not everything always stays great all the time, and you just have to go with the flow and appreciate what you had. So as far as the sports angle and tying into life, it's the same way. You got to appreciate what you did have while you're in the moment, appreciate it. And when things are going bad, say, geez, things got to get better than this. Like 2020, things gotta start shooting up sooner or later. So, and then, when things are down, you say, all right, well, I think I just said that. But yeah, you just have to, just take every day and laugh when you can, and if you gotta cry, do it behind closed doors, because nobody wants to see that shit. All right, I'm done. Happy 2019. We're on to a new decade. I never thought I'd see 1990, let alone 2020, and I'm still alive, still kicking, and just like a Timex watch, I take a licking. I don't know. It sounds dirty. All right, I'm done. Happy 2019. On to the 20s. The Roaring 20s, part 2. I don't know what that means. Adios.